We continue this morning to help get our life plan in place with the help of David L. Carrier. Good morning to you.
Morning, Leanne. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good, good. I was wishing, though, some of this global warming could have happened, Saturday night.
I know,
instead of it being so cold and rainy and all the rest.
And then Sunday was great.
Beautiful.
Flip the days around a little bit.
But we got our trick-or-treating in.
Yeah.
We got our
Get your
trick-or-treats
candy
in.
fix.
That worked out all
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely. All right. Well, as we were talking, Veterans Day is actually next Wednesday.
Right.
And it's very appropriate that we address a couple of questions that actually have been sent your way. So we'll start with this one.
Well, if I could just say.
Yeah, this is personal to you, right?
It kind of is.
You have a history of veterans in your family.
My Danish immigrant grandfather, right, was a Marine in World War I. Heard a lot of stories about him from my grandmother who lived with us. And then, in World War II, I have an uncle who was a PT boat captain, an uncle who was a bomber pilot.
Wow.
And my own dad was a photographer. I mean, okay.
Really?
Well, the other guys are shooting at people,
Incredible.
but Dad was taking pictures of it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I was active duty. I went through Notre Dame on a ROTC scholarship, and then active duty. And then, right now, one of my sons is Army Ranger in Korea with his own platoon and all that.
Cool.
So, this whole veterans thing, it's one of those programs that can make a huge difference.
Sure.
In an appropriate situation. We did have a couple emails, so we thought this would be a good time
And first of all, thank you to you and your family for your service.
Oh, well.
Appreciate it. All right, well,
here's the thing. People say that, thank you for your service. And it's like, and I've compared notes with my dad, my uncle. We all had pretty good time. You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. Right. I mean, I had a great time when I was at the Pentagon and all the rest, doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was.
You still signed up to do something
about
that I
it,
couldn't do, though.
Yeah.
I tell you that much. But
jumping out of airplanes and all the rest.
The first one is, my husband is 77 and a veteran from war years. I'm 59 and disabled. We wish to move back to Florida. So does the Veterans Aid and Attendance Program apply to elderly independent living facilities?
Yeah. So this is the VA. It's what they call the improved disability pension or the improved death pension. And if it's the veteran surviving, then it's the improved disability. It's the improved death if it's just the surviving spouse. For the surviving spouse, it can be about $1,100 a month, about twice as much for the vet. Okay, and the key here is, do you need help with the activities of daily life? Do you need someone to aid and attend you? And if so, then you can get the maximum pension. But here's the deal, and people think, oh, it means I get $1,100 automatically. That's not how it works, because what they do is they take your income, whatever it may happen to be, then you reduce that income by the amount that you're paying for medical expenses. Then they'll bring you from that number back up to $1,100 or $2,200. That's how it works. It's not a automatic, here's $1,000 a month.
Right.
It's did you spend this much? If you spent down to zero, if you spent below zero, well, they're not making up the difference. Right. It just, the maximum is the $1,100, call it $1,000, $2,000. That's the maximum you'll get, but you have to reduce your own income by your medical expenses.
Right.
So a lot of people they think, oh, I'm just going to get an extra $1,000. No, you have to prove that you're actually spending.
Right, absolutely.
Spending your income.
And when a lot of people go to these workshops that you have, you said that sometimes they get these documents and they tuck them away, but you do some special things to kind of get people in tune with their financial planning.
Well, one of the problems we have is that once people get their estate planning documents, and I learned this probably 25 years ago, is they'll take them and stick them in the basement, or maybe in a safe deposit box or something, and then just completely forget about them. One of the things that we try pretty successfully, I think, to do is to keep people coming back, right? And the way we do that, just so it's sort of in your mind. Yeah. And the way we do that, like, you just had the Skin Envy people on.
Absolutely.
Well, they're going to do one of our visiting expert series. So they'll come in and explain to folks, well, what is all this about? How does it work? And one of the things I really wanted to bring up today was that on Thursday, this Thursday, at 1 o'clock, the firm historian for Stickley, I don't know if you're familiar with Stickley, it's a furniture company till 55. It was here in Grand Rapids. Now it's in upstate New York, but it does all this oak furniture. It's very traditional, very it's all handmade.
pretty.
quarter sawn oak. Yeah, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And the historian's going to be at the office from 1 to whenever.
Yeah.
Giving a explanation. We've already got most of the seats are taken, right? There's no charge, of course, and whether or not you sign up for a Life Plan workshop, that's neither here nor there.
Right.
If you're interested in this kind of furniture, you know, it's all that prairie furniture,
Sure,
Frank
yeah.
Lloyd Wright, you know,
Yeah.
that mission style. The guy's fascinating. I mean, he's multi-generation, working on the furniture, you know, making the furniture, and now he's the
Nice.
historian. So everyone's welcome.
Okay.
Just give us a call, 888-463-2843, if you'd like to,
Attend
of
that.
course, to the workshop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doing those all the time now.
Very helpful.
And our Muskegon office, you know, we're
Up and running?
Up and running. You know,
Good.
full speed up in Muskegon now. So really happy with that too.
Okay, so once again, if you want to go ahead to one of the workshops or go to see the guy with the Stickley furniture, is
Right,
it? Go
right.
ahead and reach out to them. He gave you the toll-free number. Another number you can call is 616-361-8400. Once again, they're located at 4965 East Beltline Northeast. Go to davidcarrierlaw.com for more details.
Love to see you.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you, Leanne.
Yeah, coming up.